Okay. Action. Should I speak this? I'm going to speak over. Okay. So, it's welcome to the Pesach pre-Pesach celebration, where we, enjoy the leftover chametz. And the idea is, I want to share a few ideas that I hope it's obviously going to change your life forever, because otherwise, what's the point of coming here? Just doing some chametz, no point. So I want you to leave here with the feeling that everything can change from now on. Wow. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, it was no pressure. So we have that whole Pesach Seder coming up, and the idea is let's be realistic. Your life is a chaos.
Me?
No, everyone. But I like to look at you. Like you're very cute, so Like,
thanks, Shabbat.
Okay. No. Don't worry, I identify as straight. Okay.
Same.
I'm married. Okay. No, just for the kid. But I was speaking to your neshama. Don't
Right.
get excited.
There's no gender in Shabbos.
That's right.
Oh,
Well, no, actually there is a gender. You can have a male soul in a female body, or a female soul in a male body.
chaos.
Right. So going back to Seder, the idea is that we really are very much in states most of our life, most of the time, in chaos. Unless you're very, very organized in your thoughts and even everyday life actions, usually we have a tendency not to know really where I'm going, meaning what's my mission in life, what am I doing what I'm doing currently, why am I feeling what I'm feeling, why am I thinking this way and not the other way, why did I have this type of dream, why do I end up with that type of people all the time. Nothing wrong with you guys. But, right, and in many ways we could say that this connects to our doubts in life. If you're very clear in a way it's very mesader, it's very organized, you know what's happening, you feel confident. If you're in a state of, I don't know really what's happening, there's a lot of doubt, right? And doubt is gematria safek, which is Amalek, which is Ra, gematria Ra, which is a state of, I don't feel safe. Somehow we need order to feel safe. Now, when you're born, which is really your second or first or second trauma, when you're born, you are in a state of chaos.
Yeah.
You come out from the dark.
That's why you need physical touch. Babies need physical touch.
Right after, right, and we see how as soon as they are on the mother's, chest or father, they feel they calm down very quickly. So you have that shock of chaos from the baby, who is in the state of what's happening. I don't know what's happening, and as soon as the baby, I guess, is connected right away with the mother or the father, there's a sense of, oh, I'm visited. It's safe. So the reason I'm saying that is that we have something called the Pesach Seder. Why is it called the Pesach Seder? Because we're trying to escape the non-Seder of the world, meaning the chaotic world that we have a tendency to experience on a everyday basis. All your doubts, all your struggles, all your pains, and now it's more actually precise than that, because really what it's teaching you, because when you go through the Pesach Seder, it brings a lot of weird things and difficult things and tragedies and Holocaust kind of. And then yes, some people escaped, but 4/5 of the Jewish people got stuck in Egypt. So we're reading that, and it's almost like reading a story of the Holocaust. But what it's telling you is that you can actually still find a Seder within that Holocaust. within the moments of darkness, within certain traumas that we have, we can still, if I'm able to understand really the situation, it's almost like you become super intellectual. Like you remove yourself almost from the emotion. You don't let the emotion take over, and you go into the mind to realize that this emotional path is normal. I don't have to be scared of my emotions, and I see the progress of what has happened, of the traumatic experience or the difficult problems that I went through, the doubts, and I accept in a way that my doubt, that my challenge, that my pain, that my suffering is actually part of the Seder. When you understand, then that this is why things happen, and why did my body react like that? Why did my heart, my emotions? Then you realize it's normal. I don't have to be scared. You know that the root of trauma says, well, many people say that, but Joy Rosenfeld mentioned it, and Dr. Mate. But basically, the idea is that you go out of what you're used to. What is a trauma? A trauma is something that goes out of what is expected. Why do people love horror movie? Boom! You didn't expect it. But if you are a child and you're not ready, really not ready enough, because you don't know yet what real horror movie are, you're gonna be traumatized by the movie.
What if you're like raised in that kind of trauma? Like you're raised in that kind of situation. I mean,
I'm sorry
some
for
people
you.
Some people don't realize that. Like if they're raised in like trauma,
Right.
they don't realize that they're being traumatized.
They're on survival.
So why are they being traumatized?
They're
That's what they're used to. You're saying
they're
you're taking
unconsciously-
from something that you're not used to.
Your brain can't develop properly in such an environment. So the trauma is you're going out of the natural way you should be developing.
Right.
So whether you're conscious of it or not, you're not developing properly.
Everyone has some kinds of trauma, like well,
100%.
Yeah.
So, like,
As
what
soon as you're
what's
born.
the correct way, the normal way you said to that.
Well, you for sure not normal. No, just kidding.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
And that's when the rabbi was.
No, nobody's normal here. Thank God.
Right.
Well, yeah, the body is pre-programmed to handle certain traumatic experiences, certain traumas, right? And also the body and the mind adapts or find a survival mechanism, right, to be able to cope and survive whatever you experience. So if you're not ready, you might have to learn to cope with it later when you're ready. And
You're always experiencing that. That's like,
so you need to remove yourself from that. If you, the fact that you're aware, yeah, I understand, but the fact that you're actually potentially aware of that's the environment you grew up. So we pull you out of that environment, and we show you what Gan Eden looks like, and then you can go back if it's safe. You can learn to create an environment where you are not on survival mode the ganze Tag, the whole day.
Yeah, so who hurt you?
We'll go beat them up. No, but we are the effective Jewish mafia. You know, this is real Jewish mafia. Anyway,
Call them Hasidim.
right. She needs a get. Okay. And for him a grave. But whatever. Like the good old days, you know. So what I'm talking about Pesach, right? So here we go, that's what we're saying. It won't be free. So it's not an easy answer, question to answer. But
Oh, wow, this is like biology class all over again.
that's right, biology. Biology 101. You know, it's just a way to express my
Mickey Mouse there, right there.
My mother is a painter, so I want to do something to follow in my
You really
genes.
followed her.
I know, right? Look at those lips, you know. Like, it's fantastic, you know. Picasso, Mama, it looks a bit like Picasso. Like,
It's a Mickey Mouse.
Jewish
Yours?
Jewish Picasso, yes. And that's the third eye.
It looks like an 8 Seder plate.
That's
Right.
the point.
So
That's what it is.
so what you have you have the Seder plate. Right? You have the Seder plate.
Crossed your mind.
Oh, it says Seder plate. I couldn't see from Ellie was walking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me just not be
Oh,
attentive.
God.
That's the Seder plate.
So,
And what?
are you starting it?
And those things correspond to the 10 spheres, right? So you have the 10 spheres. The 7 from the bottom correspond to the 7 thing. So the 6 here, and the plate itself is the 7th. So the reason we have the Seder plate is to hint at those energies in the spheres that correspond to our emotions and animalistic instinct. The reason why, just on time. The reason why we have 3 matzahs, why couldn't you have just 2 matzahs? Or just 1? Because there are 3 energies that the head, the 3 spheres of the head correspond to. That's the only reason you have 3 matzahs. Because again, as I keep saying again and again to the whole world, everything is based on Kabbalah. Everything is based on the 10 spheres. The reason why you have 10 toes, 10 fingers, the reason why there are 7 colors of the rainbow, 7 notes of music, 7 days a week, 7 everything, it's all because there's a system. There is an order. Seder, right? The Seder is showing you how you have energies in you that are almost independent. Do you know that today we understand there's actually 3 brains. Brain number 1, brain number 2, and brain number 3. No, sorry. I mean yes, but no. Brain number 1, I went too low. Brain number 2, brain number 3. So the which correspond to the to the what's called to the nefesh, ruach, neshama. Nefesh, liver, ruach, heart, and neshama. What? Melech, exactly. Kaved, moach, and lev. No, it's a kaved. Because the kaved, it says the nefesh is in the blood, so the main place of the blood is kaved. But so you have. So why I'm saying that? Yeah, because there's a Seder in all those things. There's a link, and it kind of has its own way of communication, intelligence, and sometimes it takes over. So anyway, the idea is that there's a Seder, and the whole idea of the Seder is to understand that in order for me to be free from my animalistic, emotional traps or traumas, I need to see the big picture. I need to see that it's part of a way of life, and that sometimes yerida litzarich aliyah. I need to go down. I need to go in the darkness in order to go rise up higher and achieve light. And people, so it's as if to say, do you know that the only way you will be able to become who you are is to have actually to go through the very trauma or difficulties of painful situation that you went through or that you will go through. Those will be, it's not that we put ourselves in the situation, but if it's something that happens to you beyond your control, God is saying those are the necessary darkness or tools that will transform you when you will be able to go out of it, when you will be able to mesader all the chaos and transform the darkness into light, literally. Right? Who is one of the toughest men on earth? David Goggins. Right? He wrote a book, Can't Hurt Me. So he's a bit very extreme, but he kind of learned how to.
He meditates for 2 hours a day.
He's incredible.
Watch Boyish things. Huh?
And basically, like, he self-taught, meaning it's all about willpower. The moment you understand that everything is controlled here, you eat the matzah, you're saying, I'm becoming free by learning how to choose how to look at life, because I can be suffering, right? So I can look at my body and be suffering and say, oh, I'm having surgery. Or you can say I'm being abused, or you can say I'm being tortured. It's really a matter of perspective, because when I have surgery, it looks like I'm being tortured and abused. Well, this is anesthesia, obviously, but the idea is that all this is to teach us how to be Messiah. And now, look, this is the stages that correspond. Right, you have that's the first cup, right? Second cup, third cup, fourth cup. The idea is that as we go, we are ascending all those emotions until we reach the highest level, which is Hallel and Yatzah. Hallel is when we sing. What's happening when someone has trauma? Why does he go to the therapist?
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Because we keep, one of the first things that happens when someone has trauma is that he keeps things inside and is not able to let it out. We are because the body freezes and it's scared and is ashamed. So the real freedom going out of Egypt, what does the Arizal say? We were in galus of speech. It's the power of speech who was in galus. We were not able to express what we felt inside. When you're so terrorized by your boss that you're afraid to say anything, right? When you're so scared of your spouse or parents or siblings that you're afraid to mention anything, that's you're in Egypt. That you're scared to deal with the trauma that you had before, and now it stays hidden. So Dr. Mate, right?
Yeah.
So Dr. Gabo Mate, so he says the reason why the therapist goes with you through the experience with you, that you have to tell the experience. You don't always have to do it. There's other ways to deal with it, but for some people it's the best way. So you are with them. They relieve the trauma by being with you, sitting next to you, because you're revealing, you're exorcising, you're letting it go. It's not trapped in your body.
Edith Eger says choice. She says the opposite of depression is expression.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
I know that one. The opposite of depression,
If you ever want to read it,
expression. The choice is called?
Choice.
That's why I never read that one.
Life-changing book.
Can we say it again for the camera?
Read, well, she should
The opposite
say
of what? Is
the
what?
opposite of depression is expression.
Wow.
Go express yourself.
Okay, thank you.
So that's good. That's beautiful. So
Quote the right person.
right, depression is
Edith Eger.
you depress. You press something, right? Depression is you press something. Expression is you make it you make it go out. So being in Israel, right? That's correspond to body, correspond to Egypt. As you go through the Seder, you're going out of Egypt, and finally, when you're drunk enough, and you speak Pesach, right? Is the mouth that speak. Pesach, the mouth speak. So it's all about speech, and Pharaoh is ha'oret, is the neck. The Pharaoh is trying to prevent you from speaking. He's trying to, no. Let them not speak, let them not reflect. The Messiah Shem says, you know why Pharaoh made them work so hard? So they don't have time to think, because if they start thinking and understand what's happening, they're going to start speaking to God and they're going to express their pain, and therefore He made them work so much that they didn't have enough strength and no time to pray. So how did they pray? Because when the king of Egypt died, he said the new king of Egypt died, then they had a few moments, a day or two of reflection, and he said they cried, tzaka, right? They cried to God, and God would say, I died and then I heard them. Right? Do you understand how important it is that how God says, speak to me? David Almena says, tell me all your problems. Wow, like it sounds weird. Like you're gonna tell all your problems to God? How is He gonna help us? Help you? He's telling, I'm your greatest therapist. I don't even charge you. Take advantage, spill out everything that you have inside. That's what davening is supposed to be. That's where sometimes you pray and you cry and you bring everything out and you're comforted after. It sounds like it's weird, but it's the real process of taking out the load that you keep in you, that you freeze in you, and you're so tight and everything on your chest you can't feel anymore because you keep everything on a pressurized, pressurized, right? So you need to express, like our local Orthodox therapist say.
L-O. What's one of L-O-T.
Okay. No, it's because I'm beautiful. No. When you see a French man.
Ask him if the boys like him. Didn't hear Ilya. Ask the rabbi if the boys like him.
What
I don't get it.
He's recording this. What he's saying.
No, everything. It's.
So sorry.
Only boys love Seder.
Okay, so now do I understand that the Meseder, the Seder, is bring an order to your life? Where are you going? What's my mission in life? Why I have this strength? Why I have those problems? And learn to create a kind of. Doesn't mean you cannot have an adventure and you cannot be ready for the unexpected, but it means understand that everything is part of a greater picture, of a greater plan. When you understand that this is what's happening, you can deal with things and you can learn to prevent yourself from being traumatized from everything that's happening in your life, right? It is having the big picture, right? So meaning that I can technically be in Egypt and still be free at the same time.
Safety is within.
Right? That's actually a thing?
Safety comes from within.
Okay, safety comes within. She said it, not me, okay? So you can trust her. Okay. But yeah, it's really from there. So I wanted to actually share something that I never shared before. All that I never shared before that way, but something, a chidush that came to me this week. So I'm just going to say it very short because I made a small video already about it. But we read in the Agada, Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu, Baruch Shenasam Torah Le'amo Yisrael, Baruch Hu, Keneged Arba Vanim Dibra Sora. So we say, blessed is the omnipresent, blessed is He who gave the Torah to His people Israel, blessed is He. So 4 times blessed, and say, though this is Keneged, it corresponds to the 4 sons. Echad Chacham, Ve'echad Rasha, Ve'echad Tam, Ve'echad Sheino Yodea Lish'ol. Right? I hope that they're going to come with a Haggadah with Arba Banot.
Nowadays.
So, without the need to be reformed, right? And without changing the Haggadah, I don't understand why it's just Arba Banim. I think we should have Arba Banot also, and the picture of 4 girls.
The 5th son wasn't even there.
How are you?
Hey, DJ, how nice haircut.
Right? Arba Banim, Arba Banot. They should be, just to be able to relate. Because let's say you're in a family and you only have girls in the family, it's like Arba Banim, like what does that mean? As you start thinking of Yeshiva Bachurim, and that's it's not.
Well, it probably falls under the category that only men should be learning.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I disagree. I have a big thing with that. Anyway, so you have 4, okay? And first of all 4 children are blessed. The Chacham is blessed, the Rasha is blessed, right? The Tam is blessed, and the Sheino Yodea, meaning that we have to understand that each one of those children are blessed. Whatever child you're gonna have when you have children, they are all blessed, and you have to look at them as blessed. They're all blessed with what it means to be blessed. They receive from the source a certain amount of gifts, and we need all of them. Okay. Now, look at the fact that the Rasha is not the last one. You think the Chacham is the highest, and the Rasha is the lowest. So says a lot of different rabbis. No. The Rasha is way closer to being not the best child, but to be is on a much higher level of closeness to God than the one Sheino Yodea Lishol. Because the Rasha is aware he did something wrong. He's conscious. Is the one that doesn't know what to ask. He's almost ignorant. He's not involved. He doesn't have a relationship. This is like you have a couple that fights and a couple where we live in the same house, but at my bed you have your bed. We don't ask each other anything. We just share the taxes. Convenient, right? So that's not a relationship. A Rasha at least has a relation with God. He's fighting. He has much more chance to come back.
It's like atheists that constantly like try to prove that there is no
Right,
God, and
right.
they're constantly like
Exactly.
So when I saw this video on Instagram, and there was this atheist, and he's saying, "I'm going to prove that there is no God. If there's a God, I'm going to count till 3, and there's going to be lightning." And then he counted 1, 2, 3, and there was lightning. He's like, "This
Are you
is
serious?
a problem."
Did it actually happen?
Yeah.
Oh, and then he didn't become Baal Shuvah?
It was an Instagram.
Nah, it didn't
I don't know
strike
what
him.
happened.
It didn't strike
No,
him.
he didn't say on him.
No.
Oh, he says, "To strike me."
No, I'm saying it didn't really strike him. So
Sorry,
it
you're talking about the lightning guy?
What?
Talking about the lightning bolt guy?
Yeah, you saw it?
Yes, sir.
No, it
Anyway,
isn't
someone who doesn't become religious because of something like that, or at least start
He's like, "That's a
searching.
problem."
But that's cool. Okay, the idea. Who are those 4 children? Why are you speaking about those 4 children?
We should accept our children for who they are.
Yeah. What if you don't have children yet? I mean, yes, you should accept all your children, and they're all blessed by Hashem.
Accept people.
Yes. And
Yourself too.
but
Your inner child.
look at who is talking. Interesting comes from the therapist and the child, to be expected.
Psychodynamic portion.
Anyway, yes. So you have your inner child. Which one of those child are you? The truth is that you are all 4 at different times in your life. Sometimes you want to fight like your parents. Sometimes you're going to fight your parents. Sometimes you're not going to ask them, stay separate. Sometimes you're going to just do what they tell you to do, the Tam, right? And sometimes the Chacham. But let me ask you something. Only 4/5 of the Jewish people didn't come out. No. Only 1/5 came out. One of the 5. Now, here this 4th son is telling you that those 4 sons really would not come out. Even the Chacham. This is a mistake. That's my big chidush. Now you're talking like a Chacham. No, because the Chacham is closer, meaning he's asking questions on that, but he's not safe. You have rabbis who are big Chacham, but they are terrible people.
Yes.
Like, right? Okay. Right? So the Chacham, guys, you got that about the Agada? If there's one thing you should remember,
They joke.
Right?
I shouldn't joke, but they
if
joke.
there's one thing you remember, is that even the Chacham of the 4 sons, even the Chacham, he would have stayed in Egypt with the 4/5 of the Jewish people. Being a Chacham is not enough. It's not the ideal child. How many people are very smart rabbis, and they are jerks? They're like terrible
Do you
people.
know what rabbi stands for?
No, but let me know.
I should not say. Rabbi Hashem.
Huh?
Rabbi Hashem.
Oh. Right. So, for example, here comes. So which child should you be? Which child is gonna be the one coming out? 1/5 of the Jewish people coming out. Which child is gonna be one of the 5 coming out? Where does it speak about that there are 5 students or 5 children? It speaks in Pirkei Avos. In Pirkei Avos, you want to come into Egypt inside? The child Pirkei Avos says that Rabbi Akiva had 5 students. Is it Rabbi Akiva? In the second parak of Pirkei Avos, I think it's Rabbi Akiva. No, I try to remember. Because only so. Do we have a Pirkei Avot here? Pirkei Avot.
It's in a regular seeker.
Oh, we have yeah, but we don't have here. I don't know what they have. Okay, anyway, you can check it. But basically, there are 5 students. And it says which one is the best student and which one is the worst of the 5 students, even though they are all good students. Nice, stop it. The best of the 5 students is the one, not that is a chacham, is the one has a lev tov. And who is the worst of the 5? The one who has a lev ra. Therefore, what it's telling you, and it was almost came in my mind yesterday, so I know it's Ruach HaKodesh, because as I said that, it came right away into my mind. Varen says, why were we sent into Egypt and the temple destroyed? It says in Parshas Varen. What? Yes. So Sinas Chinam is the one which has to do with the heart. And he says, because you didn't serve me betuv levav, you didn't serve me with a good heart.
Wasn't that happiness?
What?
Wasn't that happiness?
Gladdened heart.
Yes, to do things with excitement, but it comes from a good heart, a positive heart. You didn't have positivity in serving me. You didn't have really excitement and happiness in serving me. Therefore,
You do your mitzvah observance on autopilot. That's what it means.
right. So that's what true freedom is. The freedom to do things because you're happy. What does it mean if you do something because you're happy? It means you do it because you want. You choose. No, the you that chooses is always right. So you have all the soul, the mind that chooses, or the body. So the soul needs to choose. And if you choose that, then you're happy because you are.
How do you know whether or not to fake it and make it, or to just do it because you're really happy? How do you know
Fake it till you make it.
There's something
What if something is not making it?
Also,
But there's something
Never heard of
there's
this.
something. Depending on what you're saying. We talked about last time.
right.
Cause resentment.
So it depends. Technically, so I'll tell you, Shelo Lishma Balishma is a heter, you can do things, but the heter is only on the condition that you're aware you're not doing yet for the right reason. Meaning you have to know that you're not there yet, and that's not the ideal way. You know why I want to be a rabbi? Because I want people to know I'm a rabbi, right? Yeah, exactly. Shidduchim, to have a good shidduch. But praying, yeah.
Let's say someone doesn't want nothing. Should we do it until they make it like?
No, that's not gonna work. It's gonna work sometime. No,
Like,
yeah.
One day they'll get up and just want to do it.
No, yeah, that's right. No, I don't say. I mean, yes, I'm not saying they shouldn't daven. I say they should learn about davening in order to actually want to daven. You see, and this has to do a lot with Pesach, freedom. You are only free when you really feel I'm choosing to do it. What happened on Pesach? Pesach was a stage of a stage of conversion. We kind of all converted, or in a way circumcised ourselves on Pesach. Right? It says there was a mix of the blood of the circumcision with the blood of Korban Pesach. Meaning that the reason why you will be happy when you do something is because you choose by yourself to do this. This I want. I choose to do this. You cannot happy, guys, remember, you cannot be happy about your Judaism if you don't feel it's your choice to do it. You have to be, yes, for yourself. Otherwise it's not a relationship. If I tell my wife, I want you to love me because this is what you got to do for me to feel love. And she does it only because I ask her to. That's not love. She has to. God could have forced us to love Him, right?
What if you choose something to make it meaningful for you? What about say like music? Like that's fine.
What do you mean precisely? Like, yes, to choose. It's fine if you do selfish reason as long as you know it's for selfish reason. Right now, I'm praying because my parents are going to be proud of me. We all do it, right? I do it because I don't want the other girls to think that I'm not so religious or I'm not spiritual.
Or you don't learn so that your children just see it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, so I do it to be a role model, but you're not really doing that's Shiro Lishma Balishma. That's okay, as long as you know you do it like that. Otherwise, it's dangerous. It says if you do something Shiro Lishma, it can become a poison of life. A poison. Okay, that's Torah itself. Learning Torah can become a poison. Doing the mitzvot the wrong reason can become a poison. It's not. You have to take the medicine the right amount, the right way, right? So. But don't be fake. Unfortunately, people sometimes. So what do I do for example when I daven and I'm not inspired and my body doesn't want, and so what do? I tell you a little bit easy. Instead of praying my whole davening, I'm going to choose one or two things that to daven to use to daven, and I'm gonna enjoy my davening, but just make it much shorter. Or I'm going to read it in English this time, so I understand what I'm saying. Or I'm going to take a book that teach me how to get excited about my davening.
Halfway to prayer.
For example, right? So don't you think that God will be much more happy that me to, okay, I don't pray today, but I'm learning something that would push me to pray all the other days? Yes? And we paskin like that for Shabbos. I'm allowed to invite the Baal Tshuva who doesn't keep Shabbos, and he's going to drive to my house, no problem. Yes, it was by Rabbi David Cohen, the Pesach to all the Baal Tshuva rabbis. I was there, I know. And he says, because you are going to help someone who doesn't keep Shabbos anyway, you're going to help him eventually keep so many Shabbos, you're allowed to invite him on Shabbos even though you know he's going to drive back and forth.
I always wondered that. Thank you so much for saying that.
You're very welcome.
I think about that very often, and I'm always like, is that allowed?
100%. It's encouraged.
Wait, talk about Shuba, I didn't say that.
1 second, ladies was first. You were first.
Okay, I get it. It's usually ladies first, but if you
But by Syrians.
And twice first. Oh,
so
okay.
if you invite somebody from
Classes first.
and you know he's gonna drive and you know he's never gonna change. For years, my father used
You
to invite this guy.
yeah, but you never know. He's never going to change.
This guy's an old man.
Maybe he's going to be struck by lightning.
40
You
years,
don't
he
know.
never changed. So for 40 years, we were like, yeah, we were helping him drive on Shabbos.
That's just why
You were
you.
also helping
You
him
would
out. You
drive
bet,
a Shabbos
no?
anyways. You're
Yeah.
No, I think there's something to
First of all, you don't tell him to drive. You invite him. Say, if you want, you can stay by us the whole
Okay,
Shabbos.
that's the way
That's right. That's the ideal way to do it.
We would
Right.
love for you to come. We'll find a place for you to stay.
Right. Right.
Walk
Yeah.
to shul.
Exactly.
There's
That's
plenty of houses for sale. All those people have money.
exactly. If you see God at night, you can stay by us. But yeah.
I have a
So.
similar question.
You knew that. That's what it was. No. No.
I think also there's something to it with if they're able to walk there, it's walkable.
Yeah, but it's not. This guy lived in like
Oh, an hour away.
all
It's
the way
walkable.
up in Manhattan, and he used to drive every single week.
Okay. Listen, maybe that brought him to stay connected to God on some level. That if not for that, he would have committed suicide a long time ago, or maybe he would have done just forget about God
All the way
altogether.
there, Rabbi.
Yeah, I like to be, to save.
Like getting the point.
Get the point.
He would have died. He would have killed himself.
I don't know.
I'm glad
Let's
you
go
drove.
straight to the.
I'm glad you drove.
There you go.
Breaks bad.
So,
Maybe we should invite him now.
so the idea is on Pesach is the time to achieve that true freedom, meaning the freedom to really do things because you want.
It's like having the control to do things that will make you happy in the long run. Not
Right.
just things that will make you happy
Yes.
right now.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
really not-
Absolutely, absolutely. The reason mostly where I'm not happy is because of people around us who expect things from us or want us to do things, or because we in our mind, or if I do that, this is what people are going to think about me. That's our worst nightmare. Especially today with social media and all that. It's all about oh man, it's gonna, because one thing comes out, that's it. It's like Trump say one word, the whole world knows about it. Biden falls down the stairs, everybody knows. Like,
Judaism is technically like that.
sorry?
Judaism is technically like that.
Right.
You really think about it.
Yeah, we Jews, we know everything about everything. I know where you live now. I know everything about you, by the way. No, but yeah, that's what Lashon Hara is so dangerous. That's what's the problem with Lashon Hara. But the idea is, so my friends, I hope you're all gonna write a list of all your addictions, right? Addictions to Netflix, addiction to hookah, addiction to nicotine, addiction. Addiction to going to sleep late, addiction to
That's a,
what?
going to sleep late.
Yeah, everything
Oh my
you
gosh,
do
that's like the-
that everything that you do, even though you shouldn't do, you're addicted to it. What? Yeah, there's a good addiction. That's when it's good addiction, it becomes a Seder, becomes a good thing. It's not an addiction. So you have good addictions.
By definition, it's not a good thing.
Right, yeah, we have a good routine or an addiction, right? You're right. But guys, make a list of all your addictions, anything that prevents you from living the way you would want to live on a regular day. Write it on the paper and burn it together with the chametz.
Oh.
Yes, you have to burn those addictions.
Remember that's very new age to like write it and burn it and
I am new age.
write it down.
So interesting. Are you comparing it to chametz?
Absolutely, it is chametz.
But we eat chametz 95% of the year.
Yes, because Hashem, you need the Yetzer Hara, you need those temptations, you need to grow. If there was no chametz in you, there was no temptation, no challenges, you will never grow. You'll still be the same simple guy. I mean, not you.
In some ways, having complete Seder is not good.
Right.
It's the art of creating Seder.
Exactly. It's the art of finding wholeness in the broken situation.
Because there's always
Even when
something
you're
going to
broken.
change. As soon as you find Seder, if you go to the next stage in life, there's new things
Yes,
to come
yes.
up.
It's more a state of mind of being prepared for it.
Creating
Exactly.
Seder.
And at the thing that even the things that might appear that are out of the ordinary are also part in a hidden type of Seder for me that I'm not able to understand yet. So it's really being very open-minded. That's with all the matzah. We eat the matzah which doesn't taste anything because all about the tasting depends on what you think about the matzah. You might, it tastes good. Yeah, it tastes good, eat it. Because your stomach is saying, well, your body is saying, no, this matzah doesn't taste like anything. Even the temani matzah, it's still like flour and water. But your mind knows better. Your mind is giving a signal and saying, no, don't let the stomach brain, the thought of the stomach tell you that this is not good. It is good, because it's good for you.
Words get better concept.
Okay.
Or we just party on Pesach, eat whatever you want.
No, I just bought in Brooklyn, and I just bought soft matzah. Soft matzah.
It's not that big.
Than regular matzah.
So it's a matzah that is soft, almost like temani. Soft. I bought it here on Brooklyn, like a few blocks from here. How is it what? Because I don't know. It's the magic. But it's a function. No, it's like similar to temani. It's probably a bit thicker, and I don't know how they do it, but they do it. It's a super harsher and everything. And I bought it today. I put it on the website. I didn't put it on the website. On the what? I don't wear my matzah. No, but it's the first time I try a soft matzah.
Like we'll mix wet matzah.
It's not Yemenite. It's Ashkenaz soft matzah. We try to reach the level of the Yemenite. What?
We wet our matzah.
Oh, that's how you do it?
Like we'll wet it up.
It's a bit like a pita. I think it's because it's very thicker.
Like literally put it in a bowl full of water or pour water on it.
Oh yeah?
Water and then like you wrap it in a towel. And then like it's not like soggy, but it's like soft.
That's cool.
I don't know. Only my father makes it. Only my father makes it comes out good.
Before you eat it.
Not, you're talking about like regular matzah,
Right,
not the
that's-
soft matzah.
Yeah,
Probably.
so, like,
Well, I'm going to do that.
The soft matzah that looks like pita bread is the worst
So-
tasting thing ever.
So
I don't think I've ever seen it.
let's try to finish in
Soft matzah.
the last 2 minutes try to finish with what we're saying. Basically, what we're saying is that during what's the Seder, Pesach Seder, is kind of try to bring out during the Passover Seder with the people you're with the children, with the parents, the things that you went through in life that were hard, that appeared to be completely devastating or terrible or very difficult, and you saw how really right, and you compare yourself to the slavery of Egypt, how today you went through things that look like slavery and you were actually able to go out of it, and you saw that was part of a system that led you, I had a car crash and it happened that the doctor checked my leg and we just found a new tumor that if you didn't find at the time. How many stories I've heard like that, right? And you realize that the whole crash, that the whole non-Seder system was actually part of a Seder for you to be able to look and save your own life. Sometimes the light is, the darkness comes from, the darkness is the biggest light, but hidden. What?
Go ahead. Cracks is where the light comes in.
Right, exactly. So I want to finish with that. The idea is, we need to make our Judaism great again. I want to propose a series of classes from Pesach and on, right?
Gotta make the hats.
Yes. Hey. Actually, it's not Judaism, because Judaism, I think they tried and it failed. But it's making the Jew great again. Not Judaism, making the Jew great again. Right? As you know, I'm part of the Baal Teshuvas, right? Boo. And the Baal Teshuva movement failed to do what it was supposed to do. It was successful to some level, but the Baal Teshuva was created by God to kind of rejuvenate what Orthodox Judaism was falling into since since Europe, and we were supposed as Baal Teshuva to come and bring with us you bring with you all the things, and some explain, you bring with you all the tools, all the goodness from the secular world, all the things that are neutral and potentially good, and use it to return to Hashem. Because what has happened is that our from world, for a big part of it, hates the non-Jewish world, is scared of the secular world, is not in harmony with them. And how we're going to be a light into the nation if we are not out there, and when you meet a non-Jew, you have a nice smile, even though they laugh at you. If you have a nice smile, and you dress nicely, and you respect them, and you let them please go forth, instead of saying, no, I'm a Jew, I should be first, or you kill someone else, it's Shabbos, so I'm going to go anyway. We have to understand our responsibility as Jews, and to go out of Egypt is also bringing out all the non-Jews with us. Why are we Jewish in the first place? The only reason you're Jewish and there was a Jewish nation, because God needs to show the world that there is a God. And who is going to show them? Us. But if you show them by insulting non-Jews or disrespecting them or looking down at them, oh look Mexican, oh look like this, that, and we disrespect them, like how many, I know someone who very close to me that converted, and she was working and she spoke Spanish, and she worked with the Mexicans, and they were all telling all the bad things that the Jews were doing in business, and the Mexicans had actually no respect for the Jews, and we look in their eyes like crooks. Do you understand that this is the worst ever in the world, Chilul Hashem? That our job is that whenever a non-Jew looks at me, or a non-religious Jew, we first of all have to be dressed sharp and nice, beautiful, right? At least not dirty. They should look up at us. What?
Can't please everyone.
No. That's why I say clean. That's what I say clean. Clean.
You can be clean and still they'll hate you or love you.
Okay, but that's the first step.
Going and say, oh, Jews are killing it.
No, because that's the first step. First step is to be clean. Number two is, if you're with a non-Jew in the elevator at the store, that's your opportunity to do a Kiddush Hashem. Open the door for them. Show them that Jews are meant to be nice. They have midos tovos. That's our greatest give the Torah is here to change our midas. So you need to be able to act, not just fake it, but become someone who shows love and respect to all those people. This is what's going to set the Jewish people free. You want to go home? Well, just tell everybody about God and you can go home. You understand the challenge? Pesach is being free to love the world and to be a Jew and to have your mission finally done, where you can show the world what reality is. So in the next few weeks, what I want to propose to you is to show you all the things we can change in our Judaism to become a Jew of Geula, to be a Jew that's going to make the Jew great again. So that when people will look at you and say, wow, that's a Jew, I wanna know how to be like that.
Also, Jewish people within the Jewish people, doesn't that?
Absolutely.
It's really within.
True. Because if we do it with ourselves, the people will see, wow, look how they speak with each other. And some do that. They say, look how they help each other. A lot of jealous. How many people wanted to convert? They came to me, because I saw on Shabbos, they're all together, and the kids, look how they speak to their parents and respect them. That's why they want to become religious, because just of a Shabbos meal that they experience, because they never saw that. They never saw respect from kids to the parents, and parents, being all together at the table. They dream of that. So, B'ezrat Hashem, we should get there. Thank you very much for coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Chag Kasher v'Sameach.
There was